I might die in my hardcore world in 4,000 days. The reason why is kind of my fault, but I'll explain it all in a moment. I asked you guys to send me a load of questions, and I shall be answering them. And if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We are going for 400k. And I'd also like to thank Dragon City for sponsoring this video. It's a free-to-play mobile game that's available on all devices where you can collect thousands of dragons with different elements and rarities to build your own empire. From there, you need to collect food, gold, and gems so that you can grow your city and reach new levels. And to grow the empire in the city, you can breed dragons to get new dragon eggs, then hatch them and feed them to evolve. From there, you can train your dragons and teach them new attacks to take them into battle to make them even more powerful, and you can do PvP battles against your friends and other dragon masters in arena battles. You can also become a member of alliances and interact with other dragon masters, join exclusive events, and then you'll unlock chests with awesome new rewards. Plus there's the battle pass, which has mini games every week where you can collect daily prizes and dragons, and you can also find the dragons of your favourite YouTubers, but maybe not me, but there's ones like Dream, Lachlan, George Not Found, and many, many more. So download the game by clicking the link at the top of the description and get a free starter pack of 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the Flame Night Dragon. Or instead of clicking the link, you can scan this unique QR code, which will also take you to the app and get you your rewards. And the first question is, hey SB, I would like to ask, what are your plans for dealing with the Warden, since his attacks can penetrate the armor and protection will be of no use, so wouldn't it be dangerous because of the Warden being so ridiculously powerful? Funnily enough, I don't think the Warden is the reason I might die in 4,000 days. But yes, the Warden is ridiculously powerful. When I'm recording this, the update is not yet out, and I do plan to defeat the Warden at some point. Possibly not in 4,000 days, I don't know if I dare, but it will be very, very risky. It's probably one of the most likely ways that I could die is from the Warden. But yeah, in 4,000 days, there is an even bigger risk that I will be taking in that world. If you were to accidentally die right now, what would you do? Well, thankfully, as I'm recording this Q&A, I'm on a copy of my world, so I wouldn't do anything if I actually died physically right now. But if I had a canon death in the hardcore series, then I'd just be so gutted for it to be over. I'd definitely be very, very upset. But I mean, I don't plan on accidentally dying in 4,000 days. I don't plan on dying full stop, but the way that I might die, if I do it, it won't be an accident. It will be, but it will be my own fault. The thing is, I'm going to be doing something super, super risky at the end of 4,000 days. As I'm recording this right now, I haven't finished recording 4,000 days, so I haven't done the thing that is really, really risky. It's not necessarily necessary. I don't have to do it, but I'm risking it all because, you know, add a bit of spice to life and all that thing. To live on the edge, you know. It's a bit of cool flex if I survive it, basically. So, it's very risky, though, guys. It'll happen at the end of 4,000 days. And that's why I'm saying I might die, because I physically do not know whether I am going to die or not. I'm not going to give you too much more information on what is going to happen. It's a surprise. You'll have to wait and see. Which leads to the next question of, do you think that I'll ever start a new hardcore world when I've used up most chunks? Or maybe when I die, would I make a new hardcore world? When I die. I mean, if I die, will I make a new hardcore world? And my answer is, I really don't know. I feel like by the time I die, I will have already done everything that there is to do in Minecraft. Like, I don't know what else I would really be able to. I better not lose that square. I won't be able to get back up otherwise. So yeah, if I died in Minecraft hardcore, I'm not sure if I would do another hardcore world. At least not. I'd take a break from hardcore. I'd maybe come back eventually, but it'd be a long time after. Yeah, I would definitely take a long break, which would be sad. So I'm just gonna attempt to not die, I think. I think that's probably the best option, the priority. Is your hardcore world getting to the point where it feels like work to play on it, or are you still having fun with all your amazing projects? Sometimes it feels like work, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I've just got to get it done and get the build done, but sometimes I just have fun. I'm actually having fun building things like the volcano, and I kind of, yeah, I had fun building the statue. It can sometimes feel like work coming up with the ideas. Like, I'm working out, like, designing a farm, I love designing farms and stuff like that, but designing, like, builds and stuff and, like, what I'm going to do, like, I had to, like, mess about with all that. That does feel like work, and, like, I've got to work it out and stuff. Designing farms, I don't get bored. So it does depend on the project. I mean, for example, the Netherite beacon, making that does not feel like work. It's just, like, going to be such a cool project when it's finished. Can't wait to finish it. So I'd say for most of the time, it doesn't feel like work. It's still just a lot of fun to play Minecraft Hardcore. If any other rare ore comes, will you make a beacon out of it like the Netherite beacon? I think for sure. I think I would love, oh, sorry, I'm eating your cake. I think I would, yeah, I'd love to have like another like end game project like that. Imagine, let's say Enderite is the next door, which who knows, it might not be called that, but you'd think it'd be cool if they made something from the end some more. I don't know how they do it, but imagine, yeah, getting a full Enderite beacon. I don't know where it would go, actually, because, yeah, they wouldn't be able to fit in here. I've got the right amount already, but, yeah, it would be cool to make another full beacon of another ore. SB, have you ever thought that your hardcore series is just a waste of time and thought to give up? How could I feel like all this that I've created is a waste of time? It's such a cool world. And maybe if the episodes weren't getting millions of views, I'd kind of think it's a waste of time and do something else, because, you know, YouTube is my job as well, but super popular. People love the series. I love making it. So, you know, I don't think at this point in time I could ever say it's a waste of time. No way. What do you think is your biggest achievement in your hardcore world? Love your videos, by the way. Keep up the good work. I'm going to go ahead and say getting to the world border has got to be the biggest achievement, because nobody before that had ever got to the world border in a 100 days episode, like in that short amount of Minecraft time, if you know what I mean. I actually had to design a machine. I discovered this all by myself. Design a machine that would allow me to travel to the world border. Like, no one had ever come up with any concept like that before, because they'd never really needed to. Like, if you're going to go to the world border, you had unlimited time normally, but yeah, and very few people have done it. I think it's such a cool thing that I did. So without a doubt, world border has got to be the biggest achievement in my world. Hey SB, my question is that with the 1.19 coming up, the EOL farm would stop working. So would you like to be AFK for a little bit on that farm to restock the supplies? You know what? That can be important. So is that official? The EOL farm is going to stop working in 1.19. That will be sad. Because I think I heard somewhere they're making it so that nothing can spawn where there's a portal block now, which, yeah, that would be super annoying, because my EOL farm is such a special project to me. So before I update, I need to run the EOL farm for about 6 million years. You see, at first I was of the view that the EOL farm was just like, you couldn't build a new EOL farm, but if you already had one, it would still work. I didn't know that the update is going to break it, because look at this. I made a massive perimeter. I worked so hard on all this. Look at it, it just looks amazing. And to have this entire thing break, it took so much work. It was such a big project. I will be sad. I mean, I can make another farm out of it that will be, you know, a good farm, but oh, it won't be the same. If this farm breaks, yeah, I'll be very sad. I'll have to test it. I'll have to update and find out what happens. When 1.19 comes out, what is your strategy for finding ancient cities? Strongholds of Eyes of Ender, the ancient cities you just have to find. You see, this is a bit of an interesting one for me, because I don't know. I have been thinking about this. I mean, I'm sure maybe some people come up with some smart strategies. Maybe I can use the F3 menu to find it, you know, like the pie chart and everything. If I go shift F3, you've got the pie in the bottom right, so maybe I can use that. Or I'll just go to new chunks and just strip mine until I find one. That's the two option, guys. Either I find a smart way with the F3 menu, or I strip mine for days. I think maybe if, like, Sculpt Catalysts are classed as tile entities on here, I can use the F3 menu. That would be insane if I could. But we'll have to see. If I can do that, then I'll get so many notch apples. And all the time that I spent painfully getting each and every one of these, you know, they're so rare, will suddenly go out the window, because you can get like 10 in an ancient city. If I can find them easily with F3, then, oh man, it's game over. I could probably get a double chest. Okay, let's not go over the top. Yeah, you know what? I could definitely get 100 of these though. I've got about nearly 50. I could definitely get 100 in like an episode. So anyway, I kind of hope they're not too easy to find. SB, I love your redstone farms. So you're ever going to make farms like a witch farm or a bigger melon/pumpkin farm? I would probably never make a witch farm, because my raid farm is faster than one of those would now be, because of like the way that they made the world lower, so the spawning slowed down on the swamp hut. So a raid farm is way better. Also, I don't know if I accidentally leaked it, but there's a poster. There's a new poster coming out on Saturday, and it's on the wall. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'll give you a slither of a pixel. Yeah, the torch is in the way as well, but that's coming out on Saturday. Limited edition. Get them whilst you can, because all of these ones are now completely unobtainable, and I'm moving along in such a way so that I won't leak what is behind me. Now I completely forgot what the question was. Oh yeah, we were talking about potential farms. Yeah, and melon and pumpkin farms, well, realistically, I don't really need to build one. All I have to do is just change this collection system to instead not have composters, and then I could just collect up the melons and pumpkins that way. So I don't think I ever need to do it. I mean, look at the amount of melons. This farm has not been running for a while. I don't really need bone meal from that anymore, thanks to the EOL farm, although if that EOL farm is now not going to be working in the next update, then maybe we'll have to boot this old farm back up again. Where do you find the complicated redstone farms like the EOL farm, the teleporter, all of that? Well, the EOL farm, I think a lot of them I find on Reddit. I usually, on the technical Minecraft Reddit, I find like snippets of stuff, or I hear about something, I'm like, oh, what's an EOL farm? I think the EOL farm, somebody commented, was like, why don't you build an EOL farm? And that's how I found out about it. The teleporter, I found out about stasis chambers and was like, wow, these are so cool. And I was like, what, can you make a teleporter? And I started researching it the more I did. And then I found one person who had managed to make a stasis chamber, go over thousands of blocks through portals, and then I kind of just like adapted their method to work in my world. So there's very few people that have made a working teleporter like that. People have done it with wireless redstone, but the way I did it, wireless redstone wasn't too common back then, but the way I did it, I think maybe like one other person has ever done it. So yeah, it's a cool machine. It's not, I don't really use it because it's not really reliable enough, but I need to make it more reliable. I think I could do it if I made it with minecarts, but it takes such a long time to build, do those teleporters with portals. So I'm waiting for wireless redstone to get worked out better, and then I'll just make more using that. But yeah, for me, Reddit is the best place to find so many interesting things, especially the technical Minecraft Reddit. And Discords, like the SciCraft Discord, the TechMC Archive Discord, there's so many ones out there. Anyone can join them. Loads and loads of stuff in there. HSP, I'd like to ask whether your mob switch would work for wardens, because if that's the case, you'll be able to find a lot of notch apples super quick. Now, this is an interesting question. Imagine if I could go to an ancient city and not physically trigger the warden. I think I could get away with not triggering it anyway. I think with just careful movement, you can get away with it. But that is an excellent and very interesting question. My guess would be that the mob switch does not disable more wardens, because you kind of summon them in. They don't naturally spawn in, so I don't think they're affected by the mob cap. That would be my guess. It may be that they contribute towards the mob cap, but I don't think the mob cap would stop them from spawning in. But I haven't researched it, so to be honest with you, who knows the answer to that? Have you changed your perspective towards building? Because I remember in the last Q&A you mentioned that building was your least favourite part, and from 3,000 days you've done a lot of massive projects like the volcano, the end portal room, and the current mega base at spawn. Yeah. You know what? I think I have. I think I realized that if I don't start making some big builds, some big new projects, I am going to run out of things to do in this world. I would run out of things to do, because what am I going to do? So I'm like, let's build a volcano. That's cool. That's cool. And I've actually enjoyed building these things. Like, you know, I've like had to make a farm to get the resources, and then I can make it. You know, it was like the mega base. I had to make all sorts of dye farms that I wouldn't have otherwise needed to make if I wasn't building big things. So I definitely think that I have enjoyed building some of these big things. You know, I mean, sometimes I do a bit of like designing them in a creative world, and I don't really enjoy the design process, but I guess the building part of it is pretty fun when I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't mind doing a bit of building. It's when I have to think on my feet as I'm building that I don't like it, like be adaptive and stuff. But if I've already got a good idea of what I'm gonna do, then that definitely helps a lot. You can see, like, I haven't even finished the walls to this because I don't know what I'm gonna do here and stuff. And it's like things like that, because I have to think about it, and then I just don't want to think about it, so I'm like, well, we'll just leave it like that, eh? But I should definitely do something to make it look a little bit nicer. HSP, when will you complete your netherite beacon? By the way, love your videos from India. The netherite beacon. Started this process thousands of days ago. I'm still going in it. I think my goal might not happen, but my goal is to finish it by 4,500 days. But I still need 66 more blocks, so whether that actually happens remains to be seen. Either way, it'll be amazing when it happens. I don't know why there's floating snow here. It's very bizarre. Will you ever build a zoo with types of animals? By the way, loving the content. And also the next question after that is also, will you make a mob zoo? Think it would be great. So 2 people in a row asked about me making a zoo. You know what? Think it could be a cool project to make some sort of zoo or something to do with collecting mobs. I do have some plans in the works. You will have to wait and see, guys. It might not be a zoo per se, but yeah, it'll be something cool. Are you ever going to end this series intentionally? And in brackets, I really hope not. Probably 10,000 days. If I get to 10,000 days, I'll probably end the series and die intentionally. I think if I make it that far, I will have been doing it for quite a few years, and I feel like I will have done everything. That's my goal, 10,000 days. And I feel like I should end it at that time. You know, I feel it'll be the right time to end it. All right, it's a long way away though. We've got 6,000 days to go till then, so you know, don't get ahead of yourselves, guys. But yeah, I think that is my plan. Might not happen. I might carry on after. Depends how things are going. I'll see when we get there. But yeah, that's my idea. Then I can live the easy life and not spend 30 hours for every video. Do you think a warden farm is possible? If yes, are you going to build one? I actually have a haircut booked for 10 minutes time, guys. So we're gonna have to fire through these questions. I think there must be a way to farm wardens, because you can pick up the Skulk Shrieker thing, which summons them. So I think there must be a way to do it, and I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do it. But then you can farm the Skulk Sensors, which is going to be so useful. Are you ever going to do a different series while you are still alive in this world for anything? A different series, you say? Well, watch this space, guys. There's stuff. I've got plans. Yeah. I can't say much more than that, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, I've got a few things up my sleeve. Even I don't know exactly what is going to happen. It's going to be one of two things. I think a new series, one of two things. But yeah, you'll have to wait and see what that is, and it'll run alongside the old hardcore world. What advice would you give to the beginners of Minecraft hardcore series? Like, how should they start? Rule number 1: build your house by a village. Villagers are the most OP thing in the game, I think. Rule number 2: go strip mining for diamonds. You don't have to go near mobs if you strip mining. You won't die. Get your diamond armor, then get the protection books from the villagers. Trade for sticks. That's all you've got to do. Mine wood, get emeralds, buy all of that. Then put it on your armor. With prop 4 diamond armor, you're looking dandy. Then get a power 5 bow and a decent sword. Do a raid, get totems. They're a lot easier to get from a raid than they are in a, in a woodland mansion. So yeah, get yourself your totems, and then you're just sitting pretty after. Once you've got your totems, there's not much more that you need to worry about, you know. I mean, then you want to make farms. You want to make a gold farm. That's going to be super useful for XP and gold, and then you want to make a hoglin farm for food, and then you're pretty much set with everything you need, and you kind of go wherever you want. You know, what you want to get next can go from there. Like, you can make an iron farm, which would be useful to get, you know, well, to get iron, you know, I guess that makes sense. Things like that, but you don't, you know, you can kind of go on your own path, but that'd be my tips to start it off. Do those things in that order. If you've got prop 4 diamond armor, it's very hard to die. Do you think that you'll ever do another project as big as the EOL farm? I hope so. I hope I come up with some idea that's going to make a big project like that. Obviously, new things have been discovered in Minecraft. Things are always being added to the game in updates that could create some sort of big project. So I hope so. I hope I get to do a massive new big project. But anyway, guys, I've got to go. I've got a haircut. I'm going to be late, okay? And I'm blaming you guys, all right? If anybody else. So thanks so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you want me to make more videos on this channel, which I will do. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Also, guys, don't forget to download Dragon City. Links at the top of the description, or you can scan this QR code, and then you will get your reward of 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the Flame Knight Dragon.